I'm so excited to show all of you my new OC. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but
Pac Man. Probably the most well-known video game character ever created by 1%. What is there to even say about Pac Man? You eat dots, you avoid ghosts, you don't program the game properly, and it starts cannibalizing itself. It takes place on the moon. Of the original 7 May-style arcade games, only one was never re-released in its original arcade state, meaning you can only play Pac Man, Miss Pac Man, Super Pac Man, Pac and Palette Pac Mania, and Pac Man Arrangement on official devices, but you can't play Junior Pac Man without emulating it because AtGames bought the rights of Miss Pac Man from GCC, who also created Junior Pac Man and Baby Pac Man, which is a different game from Junior Pac Man, which is part pinball table, meaning he falls out of the range of the original 7 arcade titles, but back to Junior Pac Man, which was created by GCC for Namco. The rights were then sold to AtGames, but nobody ever talked about Junior Pac Man being sold to because Miss Pac Man was significantly more popular and was significantly more replaced by Pac Man, and re-releases games featuring Miss Pac Man starting 2022. Also replaced Junior Pac Man and Baby Pac Man with Pac Man and Pac respectively, but nobody ever knows if they were still sold to Junior Pac Man and Baby Pac Man, nobody cares, nobody plays Junior Pac Man in the first place. Pac Man is the original 7 years, nobody knows if Junior Pac Man ever existed.
Who asked you?
Anyways, in 1982, they made a cartoon about Pac Man, which is notable for being the first cartoon about a video game. And I'm going to be rewatching it to find out why the heck I even watched this as a child. Here are the main characters: Pac Man, Miss Pac Man, who's known as Pepper for some reason, Baby Pac Man, Blinky, Inky, Pinky, Clyde, and Sue. Oh, you don't know who Sue is? Well, you've never played Miss Pac Man. Now, if you understood my intro, then you know you never will play it. Oh, yeah, and Mesmeron. Yeah, this guy is just here alongside the cast of Pac Man. Now that I'm reviewing a real show intended to be watched by humans, I have a chance to talk about a show's theme song! Instead of having... we have a constipated man saying Pac Man.
Pac Man. That's me.
Layered over some music that sounds like it came straight from a Grow game. This should go well.
You blue gumballs, you have done nothing but destroy my life. I hope you die.
First episode that I'm going over, Picnic in Pac-Land. This episode starts with every living creature from the Pac-Man household in the car. Every. As in Pac-Man, his wife, his son, the dog Chomp Chomp, and... Sourpuss. Miss Pac-Man asks where the chairs are for the picnic, while Pac-Man is busy carrying everything but a chair, until Chomp Chomp and Sourpuss start fighting each other on top of the crap Pac-Man is holding. Pac-Man decides to play fetch with Chomp Chomp, and take a wild guess what this bowling ball of a dog decides to do. He eats the frisbee. Pac-Man throws another one, telling Chomp Chomp to not eat it, followed by Sourpuss catching it and throwing it in a trash can, just so Chomp Chomp will go in it. Why does he do this? He just does. No story, no motive, no reason, no background checks. He just hates. Which is just like me! Chomp Chomp manages to dig out of the ground to the bewilderment of Sourpuss, who then falls into the trash can. Pac-Man throws a frisbee again, and it ends up interrupting the ghost picnic, because they're having one too, apparently. Now, usually, the ghosts harass Pac-Man because they're trying to find the location of the Power Pellet Forest, even though they go to it in almost every episode they're in. I think they have just dementia. But here, they're just harassing Pac-Man and his family because why not? Which is just like me! Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde decide to merge together into a frisbee, but Chomp Chomp decides to bury them. And, well, the rest of the episode just turns into a Coyote and Roadrunner cartoon. Just the ghost trying to get Pac-Man and failing. For the rest of the episode. They try to get him with ants, and end up biting them instead. They try to get him underwater, they end up eaten by a shark. They try to get him as a kite, they end up struck by lightning. It's not bad at all. I like it. But I don't really know what to say about it. How does one review a Coyote and Roadrunner cartoon? I'm just drawing a blank at describing this without saying every action performed in the episode like some moron I know. Invasion of the Pac-Pups is one of the only 2 episodes I could find on the first disc of Season 1 that isn't about the ghost harassing Pac-Man. I'd go over Hocus Pocus Pac-Man, but... let's just say this one has a bit more substance. This episode starts with a stork delivering something to the Pac-Man household. What exactly? Listen to the 4th and 5th words of this section again. Pac-Man is busy wallpapering until CC and run under the ladder he's standing on, knocking him down. The stork arrives and just hands Pac Man the bag with the pups, all of which look the exact same as each other. Chomp Chomp immediately makes the pups follow him, meaning he is neither shocked by the existence of these 6 smaller versions of him, nor hesitant in the slightest to assert his authority over them, implying that he possibly knew these guys were coming over. Keep this in mind. The pups start immediately harassing Sourpuss and defying gravity, before moving on to their next target, Pac Man. Their rampage isn't over yet. They're just beginning. They start using the wallpaper as a slide onto the pool table with 6 holes that are conveniently 6 puppies that look exactly like Chomp Chomp's size. They start tearing the chair to shreds, messing with all of Pac-Man's hats, and oh, Pac-Man already threw them out. Now they're stuck outside. Now that they're stuck outside, Sourpuss tries crushing them all with a 500-pound weight. It, of course, doesn't work, and they launch Sourpuss into the air when they land back on the seesaw, implying that each of them weigh at least 100 pounds each. Pac-Man, now not having much else he can do, decides to help his neighbor Morris with painting his garage door. And immediately, Chomp Chomp and his kids are there to harass. Harass. The harassment knows several bounds, but they just don't care. It cornered Pac-Man, Morris, and Sourpuss. They are going to kill them. Oh, wait a minute. These weren't puppies for Chomp Chomp. They were delivered to the wrong address. Now that I look at them, they don't even look much like Chomp Chomp. See? They're smaller than him. That's it. The puppies are gone. The end. Does Chomp Chomp have a will? I think he needs one.
We are going to beat you to death!
Episode 3. A bad case of the chomps. Or as I like to call it, harassment, bullying, and everyone freaking dies. Pac-Man is busy shaving until his sink breaks, and then asks Chomp Chomp to get the wrench for him, and Chomp Chomp, being an idiot, proceeds to drop a hammer on Pac-Man's foot.
This is a wrench!
The wrench ends up making everything worse, and Pac-Man has to call a plumber. He goes to overhear the call that Pete the plumber is having with Pac-Man, and, logically, gang up and kill Pete. He goes to get to Pac-Man's house and pretend to be plumbers. Nah. Chomp Chomp isn't putting up with any of this bullcrap and immediately blows the ghost cover, and, just like the game, Pac-Man eats the power pellets, then the ghosts, and then their eyes fly away. This would be a lot more exciting if I bothered talking about the previous 22 episodes where almost all of them had this exact same thing happen. Something I actually like, though, is how you can tell which ghost is which by their eyes. Clyde, Sue, Inky, Pinky... What happened to Blinky? While the ghosts are going back, Pac-Man tells Miss Pac-Man that his mouth hurts, and Miss Pac-Man decides to take him to the hospital. The ghosts hear about this on the news, and decide to immediately start harassing Pac-Man again. Pac-Man is taken to a therapy room, because apparently there's a therapy room in the hospital, and the ghosts decide to start gaslighting him. Great. Before the ghosts are able to chomp him, Pac-Man is taken to another room, where the ghosts end up being there again, because they're still harassing him. They make Pac-Man check his eyes, because they gaslit him, and we have this scene. I don't know what they were trying to do here. And then we have pretty much the same scene from the beginning and every other episode where the ghosts are eaten one by one. The doctor tells Pac-Man he actually had nothing wrong with his mouth the entire time, and Blinky was just in there the whole time. How did he get stuck? And, because there's no funny way to end this episode, Pac-Man nearly faints when he sees the bill. What does he have to pay for when nobody actually did any work on him? Frickin' I just recorded my audio. This is like my 5th time recording any of the audio for this section. There's only like 3 sections in this part. Oh my gosh, there were just so many episodes to choose from, and for once I actually watched a lot of them. We're doing a 4th episode. The Great Power Pellet Robbery. The ghosts are in a fire truck. Yeah, that's how I'm starting this one. They try to get to the power pellet forest, telling everyone that it's on fire, so that they'll be led to the forest, but Pac-Man stops them, and chomps them. The ghosts end up flying back to Mesmeron, who, sick of their bullcrap, gives them a car.
Supercar!
Oh, sorry, a super car, so they can catch Pac-Man's armored car with what Mesmeron assumes is power pellets, and Inky, being a freaking idiot, crashes it directly through a wall. Pac-Man starts walking like a co-anime character, and then he's on the road with whatever he has. Attempt 1. The ghosts fire a plunger to the back of Pac-Man's car, and Pac-Man cuts the rope it's attached to. and then the ghosts get run over and die. Attempt 2. Because that didn't work, they decide to get on top of Pac-Man's car, and then Pac-Man brakes really hard and they dramatically fall off a cliff. Attempt 3. The ghosts are flying and attach a magnet to Pac-Man's car, and, logically, they get hit by missiles that eat the helicopter blades, and then they get eaten by chickens. Pac-Man is almost where he needs to get, but starts running low on gas. Oh no! And then he just gets gas. And then his car eats the ghost supercar. Just like last time, which in episode order would actually be next time the ghosts are eaten one by one. Hey, you look familiar. The ghosts aren't taking this crap at all though, it just immediately steal Pac-Man's truck. How's that? They get to Mesmeron and give him the crate full of power pellets. But it's not power pellets. It's fireworks. And everyone gets blown up and dies. And the audio genuinely sounds like something you'd hear when people are being blown up by fireworks inside of a building.
Sadly, I don't have an extra little story about why the show ended, or something that went wrong during the production of it, because it's a Pac Man cartoon, made by Hanna-Barbera. Everything went exactly as intended, and ended when they wanted it to. Pac Man and Chomp Chomp was a failed overseas release of Pac-N-Pal. Originally intended to be released in 1984, the game was test marketed in the United States, but failed to garner much attention due to bad, and
How can you see?
oversaturating the market for Pac-Man games. Though the game would never be officially re-released, the original Pac-N-Pal is still consistently re-released alongside the other games as they are actually allowed to re-release. Oh yeah, another reason it never caught on is because Pac-N-Pal sucks and no replacing Mirror with a better character doesn't make the gameplay suck less.
So that was Pac-Man. It was really good. No bullcrap, no butts, no obscurity in being impossible to find. No, it's something people remember, liked, and still want to see. IMDb, you're all fat and ugly and stupid and none of your opinions on anything matter. Even occasional coloring issues can be forgiven due to this being really old cell animation. And the music, holy crap, it's like the same 14 tracks, but it is good. It's not perfect though, a bunch of early episodes are the same thing as I went over. The ghosts messing with Pac-Man or trying to get the location of the power pellet forest, followed by all 5 getting chomped, or half the episode of Sourpuss messing with Chomp Chomp, and sometimes both. Sure, the plot could be different, the ghosts are trying to get a secret map, or playing baseball, but one of those 2 things will be in the episode. It's not bad, actually. It's a good payoff seeing the ghosts lose in the end, and with Pac-Man saving the day, but about 4 out of 5 parts of the story are the same. It's predictable. That doesn't make it bad or severely change my thoughts on it, because, well, it's Pac-Man. If you were writing a story about Pac-Man, you'd probably write the same exact story structure as early episodes from this show. Here's some general small things I liked and didn't like about the show, because I don't want to go into that, and I think this video is already long enough, and the audio has driven me insane. I don't think that there's anything else that I can say other than you should watch it, and it's not even that hard to watch. YouTube, streaming, DVD, Internet Archive, it's still in syndication! With the exception of Christmas Comes to Pac-Land, but that's on DVD, so you don't really have an excuse. So to answer the question I asked in the title of my video, why did I watch the Pac-Man cartoon as a child? It's because it was really good. And because I really liked Pac-Man when I was younger. Come on, I had to make it!